And welcome back to the part 2 of this tutorial. So let me exit out, and what I'm going to do now is go straight to the design view, and right here let's take care of the backspace. So double click on the backspace. Now in the case of the backspace, we're going to be using an if statement. Let's say if txt result dot text dot the length of it, if it's greater than 0, then I want the following to happen. So we now want txt results equals txt results. Paste that here. And we want it to remove dot remove. That's a method that get rid of that. And what is it removing? Is actually removing whatever we have inside this text box. So paste that there. And let's just say minus 1, comma 1. There. And that we actually get rid of whatever value we have in there. Okay, that's how simple that is. So if I run it now, check this out. Let's enter some data in there, and we can just get rid of it. Look at that. But the problem is, remember, my default value of 0 is not there as well. So what I'm then going to do is I'm just going to ask the system if the value in there is empty, then I just add a 0 to it. So I'm going to copy this and just delete whatever from there. So let's come in here underneath here using an if statement. If the value is empty, and change that to 0. Get rid of this. Yeah, that takes care of that. So if the value is empty, replace it with a 0. That's what I've just done in here now. So I'm going to run that. And we enter whatever we want in there for now. And backspace, backspace. There we go. Look at that. So that backspace is taken care of. Now, the next thing is let's take care of, we might as well take care of a CE. This one. Double click on that. And in the case of CE, what I'm going to do is, let's say, we all know that the text result has a value of 0. Well, we're going to have to declare some variable in there. So let's say F, that stands for first value, and S for second value. They are all as string. Okay, then I'm now going to say F, that is equals, we convert whatever value we have inside the variable that is called, let's say convert it to string. So what, since the F is the first value, so the first one is going to be enter first value. So the same thing we apply to the second one. We say S equals convert whatever we have to string, and that is going to be second value. There we go. So whatever we have in here that we've converted, that we've stored into these two variables, we now want them cleared. All we just need to do is F equals nothing, S equals nothing, and that's it. So I'm just taking care of the clear entry. Okay, you might not be able to see that now even if I run it, but you will see it once I decide to add or multiply any value. So you will see how it works, but that is the correct lines of code for that. Now let's take care of the clear itself. With a clear, that's very simple. All you just need to do is just clear it. Just change whatever is in there to 0. So I can grab all of these, come back in here, double click on clear and just paste. There. Clear is taken care of. So let's take care of the plus minus. Double click on plus minus. With the plus minus, I'm going to declare the variable in there, I'll call it Q. Q as, declare Q as double. And in this case, Q equals, we need to convert it to double. So whatever we have in there should be converted to double, or whatever we have inside the text box. So we say convert dot to double whatever we have inside txt result dot text. So once that is converted, we now want txt result dot text. We convert whatever we have inside Q to string character. So let's just say convert string, grab all of that, convert to string -1 multiplied by Q. Yeah, -1 multiplied by Q. So when whatever you minus multiply by the value of Q would be minus, and that is plus minus taken care of. All right. Next, let's take care of the plus. So with the plus, I'm just going to say enter value, interface value, that is going to be equals double dot pass whatever we have inside txt results dot text. Once that is done, we need to clear it, but before then, the operator itself, that will be equals the plus sign. That is the first one, and we then clear, do that. We then need to clear the text box, so get it cleared. There we go. So that takes care of the addition. So let's take care of subtraction. Copy this. So let's go into subtraction, double click on that, paste, and just change the operator to subtract. Repeat the same thing for multiply. Paste, change the operator to multiply. Division, paste, change the operator to division. That is it, all taken care of. We then need to take care of, let's take care of, decimal. Then we take care of this. Double click on the decimal. Oh, I notice the decimal has no name. Even this one has no name as well. That's the division. Okay, I'm going to do one thing. Let's come in here. Select the decimal. Let's give the official name. That will be BTN. BTN dot. And I notice there's no name for the division as well. Multiplication has a name, that's good. Division has no name. So let me do that for division first of all. Whatever I have inside division, I'm going to just cut it off and come right here, change the name first to BTN. There we go. Go to the event. I'm just going to get rid of this, making it an official one. Then I can then double click on this so that I get, that's the name there. Okay, so these two are not wanted. Now the dot or decimal. I'm going to get rid of that as well, and officially double click on the decimal place so that we can get btn. Okay, so using an if statement, if btn dot text if it equals the decimal, then let's use another if statement. And if it contains, if is not txt result dot contains decimal, then and I want txt result dot text equals txt result txt results dot add whatever we have on the button itself dot text. Right. Okay, so let's see. Okay, we have an error here because I'm missing text. So we'll come back in here and just enter text in there. Alright, the error is gone. So that should take care of the decimal. So if I run that now, this is what you guys will see. So we can just add whatever decimal, and we can only enter the decimal once. As you can see, if not result that contains this, then we only add this. Alright, so that is fine. So let's take care of the equals. Double click on equals. So in the case of equals, we now want the second value. So I'm going to grab hold of all of this, and here, close that. Let's go back to equals. That is equals. Does equals have a name? Equals does not have a name. Alright, go back and give it an official name. So that's going to be btn equals. There we go. Right, double click on that. So btn equals, that is going to be entry or enter second value equals dot, no, enter second value, that will be equals whatever we have inside the text box, but it has to be converted just like we did here. So I'm going to grab hold of all of these and just paste it right there. There we go. So instead of using if statements, you can use if statements if you want. I'm going to introduce you guys to another method, and this is known as select. Select case, we're selecting that from operator itself. So you always end select with end select, and the first selection is going to be if the selection made is the plus sign. Then I want the results, this very one, that will be equals the first value, this one here, plus the second value, plus second, enter second value. Remember, it has to be converted to a string character, so I'm just going to say dot to string. And why am I converting it? Because whatever value that goes inside the txt result, it has to be in string format. So I've just converted this back to spring. Okay, so we then need to take care of subtract. I can just copy this, paste, and change this to subtract. There. Next, I can grab all of these two, just change it to multiply and division. So let's say this is division, this is division, this is multiply, and this is multiply. Brilliant. So I also have two others that I can just take care of now. I might as well. First one is going to be that of the modulus, and the second one would be the exponential. So let's take care of modulus and change this to mode. There we go. And in here, mode. That is that sorted. And finally, let's take care of exponential. That would be exp. The case of the exponential, first of all, I'm going to declare a variable in here, and I'll just call that, let's say dim I, that's double, and convert double. Okay, want to convert double, let's say dot to double, and that is whatever we have inside the text box. Right. Then we also need to declare, let me declare another one, I'll call that J. So grab all of all of this, paste that right here. So change this to J. And that will be the second value there. Then the result is going to be txt result dot text equals math dot exponential, and that's going to be climb multiplied by math dot log, not bracket j multiplied by o, and we then convert that to string. Convert to string. There we go. So exponential is taken care of as well. However, else I need something to handle whatever error. So I'm going to say paste else, and that is going to be, let it display something for me. Txt result, that is going to be equals invalid operator. There we go. Done. So I've just taken care of my equal sign. So let's try that out, guys. Okay, with the equals, let's assume and say 74, multiply that by 8. Then I suddenly change my mind. I don't want to multiply by 8. In that case, you select clear entry and change that to multiply by 2. There we go. Look at that. That shows my clear entering works because I didn't try it earlier. Okay. So as you can see, multiplication sign works. Let's add 9 to it. Let's subtract 74 from that, and multiply that by 8, divide by 12. There. So all of these, the basic operator is working, and we can also convert it to plus minus. There we go. So all of that, the standard operator is working, but we need to take care of this. Exit out. So let's go into, now double click on, let's start with the, the pi. Double click on pi. That's pretty easy. Let's just enter the pi value in there. So this is going to be equals whatever the value of pi is, and pi is 3.141592, and so on. That's pi taken care of. Now let's take care of the logarithm itself. Double click on the logarithm. So first of all, declare the following variable. I'm going to call that log as double. Now log itself is going to be, it's a log, that is going to be equals convert dot to double. And what are we converting to double? We're actually converting whatever we have in here, the text, to double. Then let's come down here, paste this. That's where our result will be. Now I'm going to say log, that is going to be equals math dot log n, that is going to be equals log, and my result should officially go straight into the text box. So in that case, we say txt result equals, convert it to string, dot to string, and what are we converting? We are converting log to string. There we go. The log has just been taken care of. To run that, scientific, and log 8. There, get clear. That is the pi. Get that log. There we go. Brilliant. That's working. So let's come in here. Square. Let's get it squared. Okay, let's take care of this square root. So we first of all have to declare the following variable. I'm just going to call it SQ. I'm going to declare that as a double. And let's say SQ, that is going to be equals, we need to convert it to double, whatever we have in there. Convert to double. And SQ, that's going to be equals mass dot square, and that is going to be the square root of SQ. So SQ, we now assign it to TXT. Let's get rid of this and enter SQ in there. So that is your square root taken care of. Okay, have a good look at that, guys. So I'm going to run this. Let's click on run. There. So let's go to the scientific part of it, and let's say the square root of 9. That will be 3. Very good. Okay. So with that, guys, I'm going to call it the end of the second part of this tutorial, and I'll see you guys shortly.